Press your email.
Okay.
Guys, after this,
Yes.
it's quite good.
Yeah, I don't know why. I was like wondering why. Is it the MV? But it's like I don't know. Pikachu. Oh damn, bro.
You got tag me,
Which one?
I can't even download that video.
Which one? Oh, I didn't tag anyone. I just posted because he asked me to post ASAP, so I just download. I sent you the video.
Yeah.
WhatsApp. We're supposed to meet Iman over the weekend, but because of this song for Axel, right? I don't even know what I'm talking about.
How come come together, right?
But we're not even meeting really, right? Yeah. Oh, such a big wallet. Rich, bro.
Bro, just full of receipts, bro.
Why you keep receipts? What?
I don't know, I'm that kind of guy. Just keep fucking receipts.
What the fuck? Just throw away, bro.
I'm just fucking lazy to throw.
See my Pampers card.
Shit. You can use it as an MRT card.
Yeah. Flash pay, ERP, all that.
Justin Bieber, no brainer. DJ Khaled, Justin Bieber, Quavo, Chance the Rapper. That's their usual alter ego there. Another one, Mr. Another One. Speaking of one great artist to another, we still got Axel Brizzy and YAØ.
What's up? Hey, no Instagram.
Sorry.
What's up? Still
Nice.
busy with their Insta story.
Yo, man.
Okay, guys. As we all know, 1.2 K viewers for Wanna Know.
Yep.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
Come on, man. That was awesome. I like especially the first part. That's why I post on my Insta story. It's like a trailer.
Yeah.
The first part
That's
of
why
the
it's like a
video.
trailer.
Tell us more about Wanna Know. What is the song about?
Go ahead, please.
Me?
Yes.
Usually you would say so.
It's
so,
the no worries,
so
man.
basically, Wanna Know in short is a song about grinding for your art and like trying to navigate your way through all this uncertainty you have about your career in especially for us music.
Right.
So Wanna Know for us is about how we wanna know if this music thing will work out for us.
Right.
So especially at our age, we are at like the age where we gotta know like if this will work out or not, because we have to provide for our families and stuff. So it's pretty scary. And yeah, this song is like it feels that kind of emotion. So yeah.
Okay, so to add on to YAØ, yeah, like I think it's not just for us, because every one of us want to know if whatever we're like studying or whatever we're chasing, is it really the path for us long term? Like, can we do this full time? Can we, like, what is it, feed our families? And for us musicians, right, we'll never ever know if we can do this full time, because it's really based on the listeners and really based on the organizers. So if no one wants to hire you, no one wants to listen to you, then you know it won't work out for you. Like, it's not in our hands in a way, you know. We can do our best, but if at the end of the day, if it doesn't fall for us, it doesn't fall in our path, you know. So that's why the whole song really like encapsulates the whole message of how we want to know if it works. We are very skeptical, but we put it in a positive tone, because at the end of the day, we do it in our own way, and we're very positive about this whole music thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, we feel like everyone else should also stay positive, but also, you know, be wary, because we're never sure about what happens.
Correct.
But at the same time, don't like change your course because of your doubts, you know. Like, stay the course, and you know, you never know what will happen from there.
But I guess with all, I mean, now I personally, for me, right, I feel like Singaporean local musicians, they are getting noticed right now.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the Singapore music industry?
I mean, I think it's growing so much, and you can see like how different shows that's overseas, like Summer Sonic, which is a festival in Japan. We have people like Charlie Lee performing,
Right.
previous years Caracal, and more acts like that. And it's good because you see even Li-Ning is performing in like USA, you know, like more and more acts are like traveling overseas and getting noticed overseas.
Yeah.
And the Spotify numbers are proving, you see, like they have millions of listeners, or millions of streams at least, you know.
Yeah.
And even music video quality, Jasmine Soko's new music video quality is crazy, literally like international artist standard, you know. So like everyone's really stepping up their game, and I feel like because of that, we offer a lot more opportunity for up and coming musicians that look at us and like, wow, like they're doing all this and they're from Singapore. Then I'm from Singapore, I can, save up money, get a mic and, start to be like that. Because that's how YAØ and I started, We save up money, we got our own mics, we got software, we just start from our bedroom. And even till today, we're still doing music from our bedroom. So, we hope to open up a lot of eyes that, local music is not as bad as what people think, or it's not as whatever, like it is possible to do it, but it takes a lot of drive and a lot of effort to do it.
But actually, I kind of agreed with you in terms of our consumers, we call them, music industry.
Yeah.
It's just that the genre is how are you going to like let people hear if you're not being supportive? That's what I feel like for Singaporeans, like whenever they hear local, they view.
But they tend to shy away from it.
Yeah, precisely. So, well, how about you, bro? In terms of doing music and with army, like your family members, are they like? I mean, I assume they are very supportive of it. But what do you think?
That my mom is extremely supportive, but like her generation is very like our parents' generations are very old school in a way, but not that it's bad, but they just want the best for us. But my mom, she likes Chinese music and stuff, so the Mandarin market in Singapore definitely is so much more stronger than the English market. So because we have a bigger, a bigger audience in Singapore that's more willing to pay, more willing to give more attention to the Chinese music side. So I guess that's why it's pretty hard for the English market to stand out more.
Correct.
But nonetheless, it's like what Axel said, is English market is coming up again. Like the young artists like us are like trying to push ourselves out there more, and it really inspires the young ones. So.
Correct. Because the thing is, like for me, right, I'm like, if you were given the chance, I want to be like the driving force to to promote all these local musicians. Right? We got you, we got YAØ, we got Axel Brizzy, we got Narelle, all playing in our radio station.
Yeah, nice.
A little bit leaning more towards local musician. Anyways, speaking of local musicians, right? If there's anyone, this is a question for two of you. I'm sure you're gonna collaborate more with each other in the future.
Definitely.
Yeah. If there's anyone, international or local, you would like to collaborate with, and give us why. Yeah, let's start with you, man. Give him a chance, man. Catch a breather, man. The thing.
I mean, I have a lot in mind, like people like Drake, people like J. Cole, like some of these people. My favorite of all time is definitely Childish Gambino, because he's just a genius, And to me, like working with him would be quite scary in a way, because you never know, like if you can keep up to par or keep, like keep on the same level. Like if you ask me right now, definitely I can't, But
Right.
I would love to just sit in and pick on his brains and see like what is this guy thinking? What goes through his thought processes? What inspiration he has before he comes up with a certain album, to go from Because the Internet where he raps to go to Awaken My Love where he's all singing psychedelic 80s funk, like it's crazy. So I think if I want to work with someone like right now, right, that's international or whatever, I definitely wouldn't pick Drake and stuff like that, because I feel like I need time to get ready for that big time, like definitely I need that time, and I know myself better. I'm a very realistic person, but I feel like J Park would be definitely the perfect one, because J Park is from Asia. I feel like the Asian representation in music is not strong enough. Like if you look at the States especially, right, other than K-pop, right, Asians that are doing stuff like R&B and hip-hop is not really represented very well. It's always considered the third tier, after the black singers and the white singers, then the Asians come in, or even the Latino first and then Asians, so we're like tier 4, So like, I feel like J-Park has been very influential in the Asian market because he signed with Jay-Z, first Asian to sign with Jay-Z, and the stuff he's doing in the US market, the stuff he's doing in the Korean market, he shows that it's possible to do both at the same time. And also he comes to Singapore often, so like, if I can work with someone, I would definitely work with him. He's like Asian Chris Brown to me.
Smart choice.
How about YAØ, the multi-million recording artist, if you are right now, right? And once you had that statue, right, you can pick any other artist. Who would it be? International or local? And tell us why.
I would say for international, I would like to work with Kanye West, definitely. He's
Right
like
now,
one,
bro.
yeah,
Right now.
right now, Kanye
Right
West,
now.
like for real. I feel like he's honestly, no one can deny this, but he's a genius like in what he's doing in music. He has paved so much. He has paved the way for so many like artists that inspire us.
Right.
So you know, so he for a local, I would say I would like to work with Charlie Lin. Yeah. Because he's like,
man.
yeah,
I was like waiting for it.
I saw the interview that you had with SG Magazine. Why Charlie Lim, bro?
How do I put this? He has this very like unique style to him that like he knows that he's not doing mainstream pop kind of stuff, but yet he still does what he does what he does. Does that make sense? Yeah, so he just does himself and it comes off so well, and people actually like all the shows that he has performed is like packed usually most of the time because they're there for his presence, you know. So I feel like he's very like talented in that way. So I really want to work with Charlie Lim.
I gotta ask, Sam Willow's one of the Singapore top, I believe so.
Yeah.
In my eyes, at least. What do you guys think of them?
I definitely respect them for what they do because I mean you see how they appear on the Forbes list, right? First Singaporean music group ever. So whatever they do is very inspiring, and I feel like it really transcends a long way because they are taking the first step for all of us in Singapore when doing music. So whatever they do, right, the Forbes list or whatever, I mean, you're sure that next time when Forbes want to do another days of the Asian region, right, definitely they give extra eye to Singapore, check out the music scene. Oh, we took Sam Willows before. Who else can we take this time? Who else deserve to be in this spot? So they're really like building a lot of bridges for us, and you know, people like YAØ and me, we see that and we're very appreciative of
Very
it.
hopeful for this kind of stuff.
Okay, we're gonna take another break, but in the meantime, this one's not the first lah, but we've been playing this for quite a while. Wanna know Axel Brizzy and YAØ here on your coolest campus radio station, One World, great voices. Stick around for more with Axel Brizzy and YAØ. Kanye West, huh? Kanye West, YAØ.
Yeah, like I was shocked too. Like, wait, Kanye West?
Yeah.
Or make
He's
Kanye
a
West to
yeah.
meet his wife, bro.
Yes.
But he's
Dude, we are live by the way. Hello.
He's actually very talented. It's just that the way he portrays himself.
I think it's on purpose as well because he realized he always goes crazy before his album comes out. He always realized.
And then now he married Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
More crazy. And that's why he keep quiet, no? I think because of the father, right? The Jenner story. My gosh, that one, I think I saw it on E! Entertainment. He walks away from the camera all the time.
Yeah.
I think he's
Kanye
like
West.
he's human like all of us, right? Like this is just the way.
I agree. I actually think he is a genius, especially
all his older albums, the graduation, and
the
everything.
video with the Donald Trump,
Oh,
Taylor Swift sleeping
yeah.
naked, that's genius, man. Not the real one.
It's very
Oh,
the
notes
normal,
are
yeah.
Portray. That song. What's the song called?
Famous.
Hip Hop Hour for Gabi Shrey.
Is he a lecturer or something?
No, he's a head of the media club.
Oh, I see.
I take picture. Kan, take picture. Any pictures to be taken? Oh. Let's take picture outside. No way. Don't mind, Janita sick of us already, I think. Don't know where she go. She ran away. Let me arrange yourself. Hey! Yeah. Ready lah. Whoever lose, I think pizza or whatever.
What? That's the
Yeah, sure. Oh, nak boleh. Alright, can you play? Show extended. Hey, Gabi, since you outside, right? Keep on the lookout for it.
He came in when we walked out. Hey, she's back.
Didn't even say hi.
Yeah. I don't want to say hi to her. Because I don't even know who is he.
Say hey, didn't you say hi?
Okay, cool.
It's got 50k.
But for his
30k monthly listener, that's more than both of us.
we don't care about this anymore.
Yeah, that's what to me, it's like,
Also, if we keep pushing this, like the listeners think you never gonna win.
yeah.
It's more like great classic.
To me, it's like, yeah, listeners matter, right? But then if I do a Futsal show and Axel Brizzy, y'all who come? Yeah, who will come? Yeah, I just came 1 million.
It's crazy.
And Faris is 93 already. It's like 1 week.
April month.
23k. Wow, fuck, my money is okay. Thursday 600k already.
Oh! You take picture with Shanita lah.
Oh, hey, come on, let's go.
He's the one who made this all happen.
Sorry, Shan. Sorry, Shan.
Okay. Hey, here can Okay, we'll tag you guys on Instagram.
Nice. Yes, answer later. Are you scared?
Manager status different.
Who have you interviewed here before?
Jamie.
JM3.
GM3.
Oh, GM3.
Yeah, she's super cool, man. Hey, I don't know you all aware now. I was driving that day. You all on 97?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you all.
The thing is, right, both of us never caught ourselves on 97.
Yeah,
There's always people telling us.
There's always people
I'm like, when?
Oh.
Hey, how did that happen? Don't mind me asking.
I don't know. So it
The
just
thing is, we
happened.
don't know because like
Because you see, I play your songs, right?
Yeah.
All the way there. So I was driving, I was like, hey, why is this one familiar? Hey, Shana, this one Axel Brizzy and Because whenever local stuff come out, right, you're like super proud. Hey,
Yeah.
we play these stations.
what time was that when you drive?
It was on a Sunday during Sonia and Joachim's show. They doing the show. Yeah. Not their show, you know. It's actually they all Saturday
Short
and Sunday.
circuit,
It's not short circuit. Saturday Sunday they don't have.
Or they replay the show?
They just like host randomly. I think just for clock hours. And then they didn't introduce. It was after the song that they introduced.
Okay.
Oh, you never caught before?
We never caught before. I only ever walked to. I was watching a movie with my family, and then I was buying a crepe from the Cathay.
Oh,
You know,
nice.
Cathay, there's a crepe store, right?
Yeah.
And there's a Thai milk tea store also.
Endgame,
So it was before Endgame, it was last year, yeah. And then I was walking and I was like, wait, what song is that so familiar? This is like my song Thursday was playing at the Thai milk tea store. And I told my mom, hey, come over, is that my song? Yeah, that's the song. I was like, oh, that's my song.
Nice.
Also, but the wanna know you haven't caught
I
yet.
never want to know, man. It's only friends and all that.
Don't worry.
You should have tagged us.
Hey, something
Yeah,
is.
catch.
Oh,
you
damn.
again. Catch again later. While driving.
Oh
right?
no.
Yeah.
Bro. So bad news.
Just
The internet not stable.
Then
Yeah. So
I
the
went
live
to
video.
friends, then they know who I am, but I didn't know they know who I am.
IG is
So I
fine
walked in
though.
there, and they changed the song. They were playing like rock songs, suddenly they
Yeah.
played the
I'll
same.
post the live video.
I was there. I was there.
On
and
Mic check
for
productions.
the show.
Okay, wait, I will connect to the secure. Like I
The-
tried
the one
secure, but it
incline,
didn't. Like secure was unstable. Then I tried hostel, it was okay. Then now it's unstable.
Yeah, mine is inclined.
I was in the store lah. Like,
Yeah, it's in the store. It's in the store.
Okay,
It was
live.
after the whole thing, after the whole bank
Yeah,
scam.
yeah. Then after this, you're not going back to camp, right?
I know today's my half day, so I'm gonna take it.
But you have to come back
Rest.
by 2:35.
No. I'm going back on Monday.
Today is Thursday.
I have a long kind of break.
Hey, what vocation?
I'm a signaler, so I do signals and stuff.
Lepak.
This signaler is.
Like my friend was signal also.
Is it?
Was it Kid Hong?
No, Stackman Camp.
Oh, step on, yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
so-
signaler is is it you lost something straight away as well, right?
Yeah.
Signaler.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Very
It's
good.
quite
You can
quite
trust
loud,
him,
bro.
Yeah.
My friend, decent looking guy, he went leave
He
for
came out not listening.
babies, yeah.
Oh shit.
For what? I forget what it was, but it's for a tiny little thing.
Equipment like invest more.
Ah.
Yeah. That's the thing.
DB no, 3 days.
They take it very seriously.
Poor
Yeah.
things, yeah. I see
Yeah.
him. You know, he's like those. He's not like us, like street. Right? He's like.
Guys,
I say ridiculous sometimes. Okay, we go for promo song.
But do you go for a lot of exercises?
Oh no, I don't really exercise nowadays.
No. As in like your
Your
camp
army.
exercise.
Oh
Do they
no,
like?
not.
Oh, you're not doing
Yeah,
that
because
lah.
my vocation, I'm in a unit where like I have to be there 24 hours kind of thing. So I have to answer calls, no, it just
Oh, damn.
calls just keep coming. And I have to attend like doorbells, no. There'll be a
Yeah.
counter.
So
I'll help.
shift lah.
Shift, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Mm.
Hey guys, are you live?
Cafe.
Instagram thing, right?
Yeah.
You got any questions? Oh, actually I have like 3 questions that my friend wants to ask.
That's cool.
And I don't know what I should
On
ask.
Instagram?
Some of them very personal.
Yeah, just ask
To
you.
Axel lah. Rumors lah, what lah. I see how whether I want to ask this or not. Kill me, man.
My mind went some shit, man.
I don't know what's happening, bro. It wasn't like this the other time.
Oh, how do you get this?
It's nylon, man.
Like it was fine the other time.
Gaudi, you got wireless now? Can borrow your phone for FB
For what?
FB Live.
You know she
FB live?
send you
FB Live.
Hey, when you want to
I have, Wi-Fi.
Ah,
Wi-Fi. Let's go Wi-Fi can
Use your account only, can I?
Yesterday Jason
You use his account.
hey bro, I sent you the big data blah blah, right?
Oh,
never
you
send
want to
me.
log in to our
Yeah.
Yeah, I never sent me. I
Ah,
didn't
then
send
you
you.
log out and let
Yeah.
Hazan use your phone for FB.
Hey bro, I sent you the
Like that.
G-Easy.
Okay.
Just lean towards the laptop.
You never even send me anything. I'm like, what the fuck?
Listen.
Okay, let me close this browser.
Wait, I'm afraid my friend will gonna call me. But I still can switch to airplane mode.
But a bit I sent him to the phone, it's quite good.
I'm afraid he might. I mean, the live got blocked by my friend call me.
Nah, it's alright, man.
Gaudi, later on the way out, this very let me close the door.
Then
I heard before also. I asked you the original song. Yeah.
After this,
Okay.
here.
Nah, it's alright, man.
Huh?
Don't show it, bro.
Yeah.
Hanafi no need.
Then after that I'm like, hey, then fucking familiar. Then it's this song.
You see your friend's calling you, right?
Ah, it's this song.
Your friend's calling you, right?
I played this last time.
He might call, but I set to airplane mode with Wi-Fi.
Maybe you can inform him that we're gonna like you are uncontactable for a while.
Yeah.
Ah, he won't listen.
Yeah.
Just pitch
I
up.
think maybe for the next 20 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, dah.
This page down.
I'll pitch down.
This sounds like this, like Jason Derulo.
He's like young Jason. He's 2016. Man. Not bad, also. He's 2016, really young.
Is this his new song or like?
No, this is also 2016. His new song, I haven't heard yet.
Stand
2019.
behind a bit.
Huh?
Stand behind a bit. Okay.
Do you see the thing about Jay's song? SG forwards or something. They present like you go see SG forwards.
Okay, thanks.
Like
If there's something with this,
they say,
Yeah,
oh,
okay.
reply.
because it drain fast.
Yeah. I got a cable here.
Yes, sorry, sir. Yes.
Gaudi, close the door. Thanks, bro. Thanks.
Yeah. I'm lame lah, fuck. I never follow them guys like they.
Boy with Love, BTS featuring Halsey. That's my wife who didn't know that I exist. Here on dblM Radio, your coolest campus radio station, One World. Great voices still hanging around here. Axel Brizzy and YAØ. Hello guys.
Yeah.
Hi. Okay, I just want to ask this. Actually, I've been wanting to ask this from the start, right? I believe there are a lot of talents here in Singapore. One of them is my social media teammates. He's looking into the DJ scene or musical scene. Where's Gaudi? Hi Gaudi.
What's up? I can't see him, but what's up?
What does it take, bro? I know you start very young, right? Let's go with you first. What does it take? No answers for be yourself, please. That's the most cheesiest answer. But it's true, be yourself. Other than that, what does it take as a young artist?
Other than that, it really takes a lot of patience and hard work. These two are like the main things. Like I feel like the way I started out, I released a few songs and it was through trial and error and it didn't go nowhere, but I did feel the personal like I achieved something. Like when I remember I put out my first song and it got at least 1K plus views in like a week. I was like, oh, it's pretty cool. Like there's actually 1K plus people listening to my song that week, and that's like without me pushing anything. It's just me doing everything by myself and everything. However, after a while, like you realize that there has to be more than this. Like it's hard to do it alone, no? So like I went to research online and stuff. So from there, I realized that there are platforms out there for you to really push your music, and like there's so many things that come into factor, like distribution, publishing, marketing, and everything. And channels and platforms. And all those really play a lot of play a part in how whether your music gets out there or not. Because if you think realistically, there's so many people that are releasing music in the world. So what makes you so special, something like that.
How about you, Axel?
I mean, for me, it's like y'all touched on the parts where you get deeper into the career. But for me, it's like when you just want to start, I feel like a lot of people are too shy to take the first step, and that's the same case for me. Because I used to have stage fright. I used to be very scared of all these lights. I used to be an introvert. But I feel like as time goes by, how much you want it should actually be the definition of how far you want to take a career. Because if you're always scared and you always take the back seat, you kick down opportunities because you're shy, because you're scared, or what if I mess up? Then you wouldn't actually get to where you want to get, because you're too scared to even take the chance in the first place. So what I always tell people is like, don't kick down every door in front of you, and also leave no stones unturned. You want to make sure every opportunity you have walked through the door once at least to know that, oh, this is helping me or this is not helping me. Because as for me, right, I didn't even want to join the whole Shine mentorship program back then in 2017. Because I was like, these people are all pop, like John Schwartz pop, Kevin Fu is female singers. Like, I'm not a singer, I'm a rapper, and I feel like they won't take me anyway. And then I said no. And then at the time, my good friends and my family was like, yeah, just take it. Like, you never know. If they say no, so what? At least you make an impression, they know your name. So they pushed me. I'm like, okay, let me just go. And then I go, and then I got accepted, and then everything just blew off from there. So if I didn't take the first step, I wouldn't have been able to do everything I'm doing now, So yeah, definitely not let your own like shyness or your confidence overtake your opportunities, and just take everything.
You start out really young.
I started
Writing.
Yeah, I started writing when I was about 16, 17, so it wasn't like super long ago either. But
what were you writing when you were 16? What were you writing about?
I think it was like literally it started from hip hop, where I listened to songs, right, and then getting so inspired by it, always wanting to write, but I don't know what to say, like don't know what to talk about, don't know what to write about,
right.
And I don't have any like mentors to guide me about the right way to write. So when I started writing, it was literally just me penning down whatever I feel. And the first experience I remember was some like family issue or whatever that I was feeling, and then it got me really down. And then I was like, I can't really express myself because I don't want to talk about this, it's too private. I don't want to talk to a friend about it, it's too private too. And I don't want to let anyone else know. So I was like, well, how can I express myself and get this feeling out of me, and not feel like crap anymore, and also not letting the world hear it so quick, you know, like, because when you write lyrics you can sort of blend the whole main topic, you know, make it more subtle, right, so it doesn't stand out like that. So that's why I turned to writing. I was like, okay, let me express myself on this blank canvas, write down and see how it feels. And then after writing the whole thing, it made me feel way better, because after looking at the whole product, right, I'm like, wow, like, through all these emotions that I feel, no matter how hurt I feel, right, this whole thing came up with this bunch of lyrics and this bunch of words to work with, you know. Like, if I didn't turn to the canvas, the paper, I wouldn't have anything. All I do is crying in bed, or like left sleeping in bed, you know. So like without lyrics, right, I think I would have been in a darker place. So the lyrics really take out the emotions that are suppressed within me, and then I take it out, and then that's where I hope nowadays when I write music, right, I hope people can relate to the emotion that I'm feeling. Because I don't talk about guns, I don't talk about women, I don't talk about things that are not realistic, you know, I keep it real, and I feel like keeping it real is the best way that people in Singapore, even people like YAØ, right, who's not doing rap, right, they can relate to me because they know that it's real from the heart, you know. And I feel like I'm gonna stick to that route, and I feel like, you know, people will like that, you know, when I keep it real.
Okay, speaking of keeping it real, right? We gotta ask, man. I think I might not get an answer to this because, you know, there's like policies that you're not supposed to talk about it or whatnot.
Yeah, what is it?
What is new, man? With what is the future holds for Axel Brizzy and YAØ? Is there a collaboration? Is this a permanent thing, or if it's a single that you guys are going separate, or any new materials that we can expect?
I think definitely we are gonna work together more often. This book that we just released, Wanna Know, has like it's transcended like whether it's more like now we are like close friends now, like we're good friends, and we would want to work with each other to produce like good music, and I think that's more meaningful. So it's more like, you know, I'm good friends with him now, like let's just do a song.
How are you, man?
Yeah, I agree, because we started off as more like musician, you know. When Wanna Know started, right, both of us didn't know each other personally. Like, all I know is YAØ is a singer, so on and so forth, right? We don't really know each other well, but through this whole collaboration, music video, doing interviews together, I've known him so much better. And now we just
cool, man.
and now we just hang out, and we literally are friends. So we're like, when I hear a good beat or whatever, I just send to YAØ, hey, what do you think of this? When I do my own songs, I ask him for his opinion. When he's doing his own song, so now and then, you know, hey, what do you think about lyrics? What do you think about this? Like, it's become so chill now, and I feel like that's how music should be, you know. It should be shared, and it should be shared with, you know, shared in a way where you build new relationships and new friends and stuff like that. And both of us are our own artists, because we started off as Axel Brizzy solo, YAØ solo, and it's still gonna be that way. But definitely through Wanna Know, right, we've shown that we have a good chemistry, and because of that, we want to work on more songs together. But we don't know if we're gonna do like one single, two single, a project. We don't know yet, so we don't know what the future holds. But
That'll be a surprise for
it'll be a surprise, because it's a surprise for us too. We don't know what's going on too.
But you know, right? If you got any other new material, you contact YAØ. It'll be very difficult because he'll be in the toilet.
I'm not gonna listen to this toilet recordings.
Okay, we're gonna go for another short break. When we come back, it's gonna be the ultimate challenge here on dblM Radio. This is the first time we have two artists going head to head. We're gonna play Who'd Sweet That? You're gonna guess, and it's gonna be very interesting. In the meantime, we're gonna continue on some local loving here. Yuna, our friends from Malaysia, forevermore here on your coolest campus radio station. This is a new one here on dblM Radio. You're hanging out with me on the Perfect 10. You ready or not?
I don't even know what's the game. Was it good fire?
You just need to guess who tweeted that. I'll give you two options.
Oh, I'm so stuck in this.
So it's not quick fire. I can take my. Do I have to take my time, or within 10 seconds, or what? Like, how was the rule like?
If you know, right, if you want to make a guess, right, just say your name. Then
after you throw a question, then we both whoever like press the button.
If you know the answer, right, just Axel, and you answer. Kind of like the fastest person.
You ready?
Hopefully there's no deal between the two of you. Loser NSP
Loser buy dinner, bro.
Hey, when Wadi?
August.
This coming August.
Yeah.
Oh,
11 August.
You know, ORD time, hey, how about you? You MDIS?
I'm at next year.
You're gonna have fun, man.
So I need to do all the music I can.
Gosh.
Stand by for
Imagine
Yeah,
the
bro.
conversation, ORDO. Imagine the combo.
every time you're gonna meet him, he's gonna say that thing.
Yeah,
Or he's gonna
okay,
slap
I
his
go
pink
in.
IC on his forehead.
That's not a song
About what is
That's a rite of passage, bro.
Your IC I threw in the ocean, bro.
You haven't kena call out.
Yeah, man, so I went for a checkup before, so I'm past B1, but I have another checkup in May. I'm hoping to drop. I'm hoping to drop.
Better drop, man.
Hey, ask,
But what you want to do for
What is it?
NDC,
Hey, bro.
I'm trying to go to NDC. You can drop test.
Okay, cool.
Connection again, alamak.
Not rabak,
Lucky,
bro.
lucky. No, Axel joined.
I asked him how he entered NDC, then he said because he skipped all his medical checkups. Then by the time when it's time to bring him in, right, they say like they give him a temporary PES E.
Oh, you can do that.
Yeah, he got temporary PES E. And then because at the time when he was inside, when he's bringing right, inside the camp was all the YAØ all that. So they all friends with him already, and they are in charge of him and they interview him. And then they say in NBC there's a ratio quota. So they say just nice the Indian guy is already the year one. So they need another Indian one. So they got him inside, right? That's why he got inside. And he's not supposed to be inside because he was past B1 or A already.
For me, I don't know how they got. For me, I remember last time, first checkup I go, police. Then I defer. Yeah.
What?
Oh, you didn't want police?
No, as in I defer because of studies.
Bro.
Yeah.
Outside got some issue. You're needed.
Ankle shit.
But I thought
Wait.
who said you're gonna ask one of the guys to like.
Adam Shah, yeah, tell him to ask Adam Shah. So by the time when it's my turn next year, then I'll ask them. Now it's like I asked now it's too early also. So I'm like, yeah, negative next year.
Oh,
I have to drop
next
test
year.
first. Yeah, next year. So I have to drop test first.
Honestly,
B1 is too
the
strong,
easiest
man.
way, right? There is this question. As fucked up as it sounds, right?
I know.
You know Howard Chan, the one that produced Drowning by He messaged me like, bro, just down back to. Then I said, very hard, bro. I'm SB1. Then just do the question. Okay. I just ghosted him after that. That's how it's a bit weird.
No, but I got like proper injury history, so that's why I hope I can. Yeah. Because my leg I really severely fractured when I got an X-ray. I got flat foot. My neck is still injured till now, so I'm just gonna like
Yeah, just
whack
more
everything.
there.
I don't want a photo shoot, but I don't know when to shoot.
But tomorrow you're photo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sound very good.
Okay. Oh yeah, dude. Is it cool if I feature y'all in my story?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Awesome, man. Yeah. Okay.
We've been disturbing them on Instagram.
All good, all good.
Chat lah, what media club
Oh
lah.
yeah. Yeah, man. All over the place.
Fifth Halsey song. BTS,
Yo, bro.
BTS and Halsey plays twice. I cannot take it. She sometimes it's just too hot for me. I make sure I make sure people don't catch me looking at Instagram.
How's he fan page? How's he?
I mean, it's fans lah, but and someone she's like very classy type. She's not like very. Yeah, she's definitely.
Is she easy?
No, young blood really.
So she's single now.
She cried right on the concert of the breakup.
I thought they went back together
They
again.
went back together and then they suddenly, I don't know what happened, suddenly 11 minutes come out. Suddenly now with Youngblood. By the way, Youngblood, I feel like slapping him.
Studio.
Why do you even stop? Like she got nothing left to stop already. She deleted everything.
Insta story, bro. What's up? Say hello to Axel Brizzy and YAØ, everybody.
What's up?
And Shanita.
Oh man. Shall I do one more?
Do lah, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Who is Youngblood, man?
The one with 11 minutes. The song with 11 minutes featuring Halsey and Travis Barker or Blink-182.
Youngblood.
Okay lah, he sounds nice but it's just that his face First of all, he's with Halsey so that's why it angers me a bit. Second, he's dude. I talk about Halsey like most of the
You have
time.
to let it go, bro.
Yeah, like those girl crush, you know, that kind of thing. When I'm quite old, I'm 30 by the way. When I was growing up, right, it was the Britney and the Christina's era.
Yeah.
I didn't even go gaga over them, no. But Halsey is like, see, I'm talking about her again. I always find myself talking about her. Let's go after this.
Still fly in the house.
I don't know how are they gonna market it honestly. I don't feel they're gonna make her like very cringy.
But the song is written by Estelle.
Really?
Yeah, everything that we read right just now is written by Estelle.
But I think the
Halsey, without me here on your coolest campus radio station, One World, great voices. I was just chatting with Axel Brizzy and YAØ about competing against each other.
Yes, we're ready.
Mm,
Are you ready, Yao?
I think so far YAØ got the upper hand because of his what he did.
Yeah,
So good luck, man.
It's okay,
Why is it about
motivation.
me or what?
Okay, we're gonna play this game. Like I mentioned with you off air. Who tweaked this? And if you guys know the answer, after I read out the questions, just say out your name, and then we'll go from there. Okay? Okay, first of all, who tweeted this? I did, but I'm yet to get them developed. Is it A, Halsey, or B, Dua Lipa? You have to say your name first if you know.
Wait, what's the tweet again? Sorry.
Okay, I did, but I'm yet to get them developed.
Axel.
Okay, excellent.
Halsey.
Sorry man, wrong. It's Dua Lipa. There's
Yes!
1 point for him.
No, I was.
Always so without saying anything, you get a point.
Yeah, yeah, saying it.
Yo,
Sorry,
take all the
okay,
guesses now.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay,
Take all the guesses now.
No. I'm just not saying anything. You're gonna that's everything wrong.
Okay, okay, I got the second one here. You are the blood in my veins. I love you. Oh, okay. Is it
We can go
A?
Yeah, we can.
Is it A, Katy Perry, or B, Halsey?
Yao.
Okay, go yeah.
Halsey.
Halsey.
Yeah.
Correct, Halsey.
Just because you're like this, I'm like this guy confirm gonna
It's like this Halsey for the first time. He has to stop Halsey.
Yeah, Halsey. All should be a great episode.
Okay, last one. I think, oh my god, I still really lose. Okay,
Since I didn't know, I give him the point.
I better do more for you. Okay, you are my gospel, but I'm losing faith. Is it
Jesus or what?
A, Justin Bieber, or B, the Chainsmokers?
What's the tweet again?
You are my gospel, but I'm losing faith.
Justin Bieber or
Chainsmokers.
Or the Chainsmokers.
Yao.
Okay, yeah, go.
Justin Bieber.
Sorry, man, that's wrong. 1 point.
Shucks.
1 point.
I thought you would say something like
One
Thanks for the
point
donation, man.
Alright.
1
Still
point
benefit
to
How is it?
Axel Brizzy. Okay, this one's a little bit from away from the music knowledge.
Okay.
This is a celebrity lah. Cool.
Yes.
Okay, it's just a simple C, S-I in Latino language. Is it A, Jennifer Lopez, or B, Cristiano Ronaldo?
Wait, what's the tweet again?
C,
Just S-I.
S-I. Yes.
Axel Ronaldo.
Yes, correct.
Oh,
Cristiano
I didn't know
Ronaldo.
that.
You know that, right, bro?
I don't know, I just guessed. Alright, it sounds like a Ronaldo tweet. I'm a Jennifer Lopez tweet.
Actually, like,
Yeah, he's got a point.
You know, that's tricky.
You know what? It's not fixed, but overall it's a 2-2 draw. But thank you guys for joining us. You guys have been a sport. Very, very fun to chat with. And where can we catch you on your socials, bro?
Yeah, so it's Axel Brizzy everywhere, literally everywhere. It's AXELBRIZZY on everywhere.
Everywhere, as in the feed, the Facebook, the Instagram.
Yeah,
the
Facebook,
Twitter.
Instagram, Twitter, Spotify,
YouTube.
What else do you have? Apple Music, YouTube. What else do you guys? Snapchat? I don't know, man. Everything you guys use Axel Brizzy.
What else do you guys do?
What?
I don't even use Snapchat.
Yours is so
He
easy,
sounds
man.
100, man.
How about you? Yeah, where can we
Alright,
find you on
mine's-
your socials?
Mine's a bit hard, but you can find me on
That's what she
Instagram.
Oh, we haven't had that in a while.
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YAØ got wave, so that's YAO GOTWAV.
Alright,
And,
alright.
and you can find me on Spotify, YAØ, YAO, but the O, there's a special
Nordic.
slash.
Yeah,
O,
Nordic
that's
Silent
O.
O, is that silent
Nordic.
O or African O, right?
It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, since we are only, how do you pronounce? Is it Yao, correct?
No, it's just YAØ, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
just
just
Axel,
Axel.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
slash.
each other.
It's like the cash out dollar sign, right?
Alright, man. Thank you so much for
Yes.
taking the time
Thank
to
you
join
for
us.
having us.
You've been a sport, Axel Brizzy and Yao. We promised you, listeners out there, if there's a new material, right? You promised us, right?
Yes, if there's new material, you guys would know about it.
Okay.
I mean, YAØ has something, but YAØ
Yeah, I
has
do
EP,
have, I do
right?
have I do have an EP
when's
coming
the
out.
EP coming out?
It's coming out on July. Yeah, July.
Wow, that's like 1 month away.
Yeah.
What
Ooh.
even?
Yes.
Wow.
Special info.
Pretty
I don't have any info to drop, so I'll do it.
Sure, man. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, we can play more of your new materials here. We're gonna let them go. From one duet to another. Here is the Chainsmokers coming right up after this.
Hey, nice.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Oh, that was great. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm nervous to meet you all.
Why?
Come on, celebrity status.
Yeah, man.
Man, we're cool.
Celebs.
We'll be the most down to earth one you've
Yeah,
had so
so
far,
I
I guess.
guess. Yeah,
Also-
We're chill.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna say goodbye to our Facebook Live.
Bye.
And
Um,
If
IG.
you're watching, thank you.
IG Live. And please keep a lookout for these two guys here. And especially Yao. And to Axel Brizzy audio. Still haven't enlist yet kena audio.
Rabak, bro.
Okay lah, so we'll end this now. Alright, bye. See you guys. Ciao. We'll keep this on our Facebook. We'll tag you guys.
Yeah, that's great.